live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
People filling the streets across America and in front of the nation's capital calling for an end to gun violence, the changes they want from lawmakers. And the roar of motorcycles filled the state line as riders raise money for a patriotic cause. Plus, these amazing creations all made out of Legos, where we can see the exhibit and its link to nature. Good evening, I'm Marissa Lessner. Thanks for joining us tonight. In the wake of a deadly string of gun violence, protesters calling on lawmakers to take action on gun control. The group March for Our Lives organizing protests in more than 450 cities across the country. Here's ABC's Ike Ajochi with the details.
He said everyday shootings are everyday problems.
Thousands gathering in the nation's capital on Saturday, demanding action on gun legislation following the recent string of deadly gun violence across the country.
All Americans have a right to not be shot, a right to safety. Nowhere in the Constitution is unrestricted access to weapons of war a guaranteed right.
March for Our Lives, founded in 2018 after the mass school shooting in Parkland, Florida, organizing more than 450 marches nationwide.
We will not be silent. We will not be quiet until this is addressed.
Protesters calling on lawmakers to take note of shifting public opinion and finally enact sweeping reforms.
We are here to stand with those who are bold enough to demand sensible gun legislation that will help to reduce the gun violence in our communities, that will stop the slaughter of our most precious commodity, people, human beings, sisters, brothers, fathers, grandparents.
President Biden with a message of support.
Keep marching. It's important. Look, this has to become an election issue. The way people listen, senators, congressmen, is when people say, this is going to affect my vote. Too many people are dying needlessly.
House Democrats passed the Protect Our Kids Act earlier this week, a sweeping gun reform measure. But the bill is expected to fail in the Senate, where negotiators are working on a more modest measure. The March for Our Lives co-founder says they're hopeful that this time will be different.
It's honestly really empowering to see that there are other people around the country who want this change and are fighting to make it happen.
Ike Ajochi, ABC News, Washington.
The Uvalde School District Police Chief gave his first extensive comments on the massacre. Pete Arredondo told the Texas Tribune he didn't consider himself the person in charge at the scene. Arredondo said he assumed someone else took control of the law enforcement response. He said he intentionally left his police and campus radios behind before going into Robb Elementary School. Arredondo said he stayed away from the classroom door for 40 minutes to avoid provoking gunfire and eventually tried dozens of keys that all failed. Today, a funeral was held for 10-year-old Lexi Rubio. At a fundraiser Friday, President Biden said Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky didn't want to hear U.S. intelligence in February, which indicated Russia was about to invade Ukraine. Meanwhile, Ukraine is asking allies for more weapons as Russia continues to advance into the eastern region of the country. Today, Zelensky said their ability to hold off Russia depends on the supply of Western weapons. He also says Russia wants to destroy every city in the Donbas region. Both the U.S. and U.K. have promised to provide rocket launch systems.
We think it starts with what is right and wrong. And we think it's not about the odds. It's not about, I think we can push Russia out of Donbass. I think you can get a regime to a place where it slightly collapses in its military. Military get exhausted, as you know.
The British Defense Minister traveled to Kyiv, where he met with President Zelensky and reinforced his country's support. The president of the European Commission is also there right now. Just days after a local Marine is killed in a training exercise, motorcyclists rev up their engines and hit the road, supporting our troops. The ride was planned before Nathan Carlson's death, but organizers say the 21-year-old was on their minds during the ride today. The bikes took off at noon from Murphy's Pub and finished there after riding around the state line. The event normally generates thousands of dollars for local veteran groups around the community.
The thing that we've always tried to do is always give back to the veterans as much as we possibly can. sometimes, you know, you look at it and then they are an underappreciated society, and one of the things is that we want to always try to support our veterans. They put their lives on the line for us. The least we can do is actually organize an event for them and raise funds for them to make their lives a little bit easier.
Motorcyclists were asked to donate $20 for today's ride. Proceeds go to the Vietnam Vets Honor Society of Rockford. Even though it was a cloudy and rainy day here in the Forest City today, one State Line pool had its opening. Sand Park Pool in LOVESPARK is now open for the season. The pool opens daily from 1 to 6 p.m. It includes an L-shaped pool ranging from 3 feet to 12 feet deep with 2 slides and a diving board. There's also a penguin pond, which is intended for younger kids.
It's always fun to get everybody back to the pool, even if it's a little rainy. I think we all love just, you know, having the pools back in the summer, and we hopefully have all the pools up and running, running great, running smoothly. So yeah, it's good to be back.
Alpine Pool and Harkins Aquatic Center in Rockford open next Saturday, June 18th. They both will have events celebrating opening day. Clem Arboretum is known as Rockford's living museum, but right now we can see some beautiful flowers and wildlife made of kids' toys. This exhibit opened today. Artist Sean Kenny uses Legos to explore mankind's relationship with nature. The intricate displays bring to light the importance of conservation. It features hummingbirds, lilies, birds, and squirrels. The exhibit will be at Clem Arboretum until September 11th. Robotic Spider-Man had a bit of a rough day at Disney California Adventure earlier this week.
Is not equipped with airbags.
Ouch. Well, that didn't exactly nail that landing. Spider-Man was supposed to land on the roof, but came up short. No worries, no one was injured because, of course, that is an animatronic Spider-Man. Welcome back. President Biden is in New Mexico today receiving a briefing on the latest operations surrounding the Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon fire. He's also expected to meet with first responders and residents. People in New Mexico are angry that federal officials allowed a planned burn to get out of control. The fire is contained in many areas, but is still burning. It's destroyed 430 homes across 5,000 square miles. A FEMA official says the goal of the visit is to convey the scope of the recovery process. Stocks dropped sharply on Friday following the latest inflation report that showed a steeper rise in prices over the last year than had been expected. Consumer sentiment at a record low as prices for everything from groceries to gas continues to rise. Here's ABC's Deirdre Bolton with the details.
Americans feeling the pinch from the grocery store.
You can see I only have a little bit of bags. That's $134.
To the gas pump.
We don't want to use the car too much because it's pointless to be wasting gas right now.
Consumer prices up 8.6% in May, the largest yearly increase since 1981. American families spending $346 a month more than they were last year for the same goods. Gas prices up more than 48% from a year ago. The nationwide average now at $5 a gallon, and groceries up nearly 12%. It's the largest spike in the cost for staples like eggs and meat and bread since 1979. Rising prices have many people thinking twice about their spending habits.
I don't do as many leisure activities. I'm not driving as much. I'm not spending money maybe on going out to eat.
President Biden insisting his administration is doing everything it can to bring down prices.
We've significantly increased the number of barrels of oil that are being pumped out of the reserve we have. We've got 240,000 barrels as well coming from other nations.
Many consumers now looking for ways to save.
We try to have a game plan about how we're going to go about the groceries, how we can stretch things, how we can make sure we cut down on waste.
We pulled together some apps for you and your family to save money. Basket will track prices across different stores, Drop, Ibotta, Shopkick. All of these offer forms of cash back or free gift cards, and of course there are other ones out there, ways to stretch your dollar. Deirdre Bolton, ABC News, New York.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan WOLFE.
Well, it was a little bit of a gloomy situation outside today with overcast skies and even some light rain showers that continued to move through the area. A live look outside our SkyTrack camera out there in Freeport, and looking at our satellite radar, we are continuing to see these rain showers working their way through the area over the last couple of hours and into the rest of this evening as well. Some of these rain showers were a little bit heavier at times, or at least a little bit steadier, providing a little bit of a dump of rainfall, at least in some of those areas. Underneath these skies, we are still seeing temperatures that are in the 70s and even 60s. We are now at 72 degrees in Rockford, 69 in DeKalb, 69 in Freeport, and 66 up in Janesville. We were still seeing those lighter rain showers continuing, and that's keeping those temperatures down just a little bit than they otherwise would have been. Temperatures overnight tonight only fall down into the lower 60s, and that's because of the overcast skies that we will be dealing with. With all the rain showers that we had today as well, we might see some patchier fog developing as temperatures get pretty close to where the dew point is for the overnight low. So we might be prepared for some patchy fog during the early part of tomorrow morning. But as we get later on into the afternoon, we might even see some sunshine that'll break out as temperatures get back up into the upper 70s, even close to that 80-degree mark for a couple of us across the state line. We will be feeling quite a bit warmer with the chance for that rain early, but we will see some of that clearing and maybe even some sunshine later on in the day. So here's those rain showers currently working their way out of the area there on Futurecast. We get a little bit of clearing overnight. That allows our temperatures to drop just a little bit, but cloud cover quickly works its way back in. That allows for some potential fog to develop as we see temperatures that will be down close to where the dew point is. As we get later on into the afternoon, we could see a couple of rain showers working their way through during the afternoon, but temperatures stop right around the 80s, right around the upper 70s, low 80s, right around the 80-degree mark for a lot of us across the state line before we get clearer skies there into the day on Monday. Now, something we will be watching for on Monday is notice this temperature gradient. We're close to that 90-degree mark to the south. We get further up to the north, we're close to the 70s, at least for this model, and that's because we will be seeing a warm front lifting right across the state line. Now, notice with this warm front, as this warm front stalls a little bit further to the south because of the storms up to the north, that'll keep those warmer temperatures close to the 90s a little bit more south of the state line. Alternatively, if that warm front lifts a little bit further to the north, we could see a bit of a different temperature gradient. We could have temperatures close to that 90s, even mid-90s possible for some of our southern counties, while the storms would remain a little bit further to the north. So just think as we get into later into the weekend, there are a couple of possible scenarios that we could have for the day on Monday. With that, the Storm Prediction Center has put out this outlook showing that we need to be paying attention to the area for some potential for some severe weather, a marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 for a good portion of us there across the state line. After this works its way out, regardless of how Monday plays out, temperatures surge into the 90s for Tuesday and Wednesday. 96 officially our forecast high for Tuesday. That's only 2 degrees shy of a potential record. And then for Wednesday, 94, only 1 degree shy of a potential record. Thursday, we get a little bit of a break, but overall, our heat index values could be into the triple digits for a couple of those days. So we want to make sure we are taking our heat safety precautions, because we will also see dew points well into the 70s. That allows those temperatures and humidity values to be a lot warmer than we otherwise would expect them to be. Climate Prediction Center does have us seeing above average temperatures through the rest of this week and into the next as well. 7-day forecast, very warm. We're into the 80s by the time we get to Monday. Very hot through the middle of the week. Cold front only drops us down just a few degrees as we head into next weekend.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Well, the White Sox used a big 5-run 8th inning yesterday to propel them past the Rangers. They were trying to keep that momentum at the plate going this afternoon at Guaranteed Rate Field. Again against the Rangers, and they did just that. Jake Berger in the 4th inning puts the lumber on the baseball. That'll carry all the way to the bleachers. Berger's 8th home run, and that had the Sox leading 5-0. But the Rangers were getting in their cuts at the plate, like that one by Adolis Garcia against Lucas Giolito. That was a 3-run home run. The Rangers battled back to tie it. The game went to extra innings, tied at 7. Top of the 10th here, the Rangers scored 4 times. Nathaniel Lowe with that RBI double. That gave the Rangers the lead. The Sox did manage to score twice in the bottom of the 10th, but not enough. The Rangers won 11-9. Cubs and Yankees have just gotten started in New York. Matt Swarmer and John Montgomery are the starting pitchers. You can see that game on Fox 39. Bears have completed another week of OTA workouts. The intensity level is high again, and Cody Whitehair says that's just what this team needs.
This team is young, and we kind of need that intense practice and expectation from the group to, we do have You know, like I said, a lot of young guys, and the expectations are high. You know, so you got to expect an intense practice. And, you know, I feel like the guys have really worked hard and, you know, have gotten a lot out of it.
It'll be a while yet before we see James Robinson running full tilt like this again. The Rockford native is still working his way back from a torn Achilles with the Jaguars. He is making good progress. Jaguars running backs coach Bernie Parmalee sees big things ahead for Robinson.
Once he comes back, I think James is going to have a big year. I really do. He's like the silent assassin, you know, so I know he's chomping at the bit. He's chomping at the bit to get back out there. He's in a good spot.
Let's hope so. Well, the new LIV Golf Series has already paid off big for former Masters champion Charles Schwartzel. He won the opening event today in London by finishing 7 strokes under par. The individual victory was worth $4 million to him. Schwartzel also takes home another $750,000 for being on the winning team. Yes, they have team competitions on this series too. Dustin Johnson tied for 8th. Phil Mickelson finished way back in the pack at 10 strokes over par. This was the richest tournament in golf history. The next LIV stop will be in Portland, Oregon. And the final leg of the Triple Crown of horse racing was run today. The Belmont Stakes in New York. Mo Donegal went off as the favorite of 5-2. There he is, leading the way to the finish line after bursting from 5th place. Nest of Philly finished 2nd. Skippy Longstocking was 3rd. Kentucky Derby winner Rich Strike finished well back of the leaders in 6th place.
We had one of the pools open up today. Not the best day for the pool today, but this week is going to be really good.
We are definitely going to want the pool later this week,
Yeah.
because we were talking about temperatures that are nearly into triple digits. Now, we did have those rain showers earlier today. They're showing up on the First Horn interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass and more. But as we get later on through the weekend, we do have a couple more chances for some storms and even some rain chances throughout the rest of the weekend and early on Monday as well. Monday could be a little bit warmer, could get close to 90 degrees depending on where that warm front places. But despite that, we are looking at temperatures close to triple digits for Tuesday and Wednesday, all the way up into the 90s. Heat index values into triple digits for sure. Then we're talking about a cold front, brings us back down, but only down into the 80s. A lot more sunshine as we head into next weekend.
Definitely going to need that AC this week. Well, that's going to do it for us. Have a great night.